Hey, what's up guys, it's Ravenclaw here, back with another Beast Mastery guide for Legion. Okay, so, before we kick things off, around the screen is the normal menu that I have for you guys to, click and go to the part of the guide that you're the most interested in. But, other than that, if you just want to, maybe you've just picked up the Hunter for Legion, sit back, relax, and I'll take you through what I've come up with and worked out. Yeah, other than that, let's get into it. Okay guys, now let's have a look at the spells. So, what has changed in Legion for us BMs? Well, a few things. Our aspects have changed. Most of our old spells have sort of been either, taken away or, just redone. But as we saw in the pre-patch, a lot of things have sort of been upgraded, downgraded, and disappeared. Alright, so let's just have a quick look at what we have. It's best, if you're starting the Hunter for the first time, it's best to go through your entire spellbook, everywhere, and just find out what is available to the new class. So let's have a look. Aspect of the Cheetah. No longer do you put it on and it stays on. It now gives you a 90% speed boost, and then you have a 9-second 30% increase. After that, your aspect of the turtle, you pop it so you reduce the damage taken and deflect pretty much. I think it's pretty much everything. I don't know. But you pop it and yeah, you're safe. Okay. Aspect of the wild. This is sort of like your burst talent. So as you can see there, you and your pet gain 10 focus per every second and 10% critical strike chance and all attacks for 11 seconds. This is a good... now 11 seconds because of my artifact weapon, normally 10 seconds. Okay, so this is it is a very good thing because you're seeing critical strike, but with the BM Hunter, we've got Dire Beast now part of our rotation, but I'll get into why we need to focus on crit as well, but not stat crit. We'll get into that later. Alright, Barrage. Same. We know what Barrage is. You just basically spray everything with a barrage of bullets. Bestial Wrath. Now this is also the sort of like a burst for us. Alright, so as you can read there, it puts you both into a rage, it increases your damage you both deal for 35% for 15 seconds, and it reduces the remaining cooldown of Dire Beast. Now remember this, okay, because this is going to be important for the rotation later. Alright, Binding Shot is just your AoE stun. I take Binding Shot at the moment. I'm sort of toying up whether to take this or... I think it's Intimidating Roar is a talent. Let me have a look. Froze a bit there. Where is it? Binding Shot or Intimidation? We'll see what's that. We'll get to that later. Call Pet is... yeah, you just bring 8 pets. Cobra Shot is now my main attack, alright? So this is basically what you'll be shooting when you're not tapping on any other spell. Concussive Shot slows your target down. This is your interrupt, so you kick spells that are being cast. Now Dire Beast, you drop another pet and it will sort of attack for you, but it also generates 12 focus over its entire duration. Disengage, you can leap away from danger, and you get a 60% speed increase for 8 seconds. Eagle Eye, that's probably pretty much a novelty thing. You can just shoot around and look at wherever you want. Xhilaration now is part of our main rotation, which is a massive heal. Okay, heals you for 30%, but it heals your pet for 100%, which is awesome. Feign Death, this is something that will break combat, break threat, break everything, especially in arenas. That'll come in handy because there's an honor talent that will work well with this. Fetch is just a novelty thing which you can get from your garrison here, your class hall, which I'll show you in a sec. Flare, obviously to take out stealthy units. Kill Command is basically one of your main attacks. Obviously it'll make your pet bite the crap out of the target. And yeah, woof. Misdirection, for PvE, so you put misdirection on your pet, like that. And when you hit a target, it'll go straight to the pet. multi-shot. Now, multi-shot, for those that don't know, when you use multi-shot, it triggers Beast Cleave, and that means when you use your AoE attack, your pet gets an AoE attack for 4 seconds and does like 200% damage of the damage you dealt with multi-shot. So remember that, guys. Pet utilities, that's, you know, Beast Lore, healing, and things like that. That's more novelty than anything else. Play Dead. Now, for you guys, I'll get this into this one later, but Play Dead makes your pets play dead, right? And then you go wake up, and they come back. Now, this is great, especially in PvP. If you want to break combat, but your pet is still in, you know, biting your target, you want them to drop with you. So I've actually macroed it to go with my feign death and theirs. Now, but there's one massive thing you must remember. If you do macro this together, you have to press it twice, because these guys won't wake up just by hitting another target. You have to actually wake them up. So remember that. So you will press it once and then press it twice to get them back up. Bestial Cleave, like I mentioned earlier, it's actually 100% as much as, okay, so I thought it was 200, but it's 100%. So that's what I mentioned earlier about the multi-shot. Our Mastery increases the damage dealt by our pets. And Wild Call. Your auto shots, the critical strike from your auto shots have a 20% chance to reset the cooldown of Dire Beast. So this is really good. Now I'll get into sort of a flow-on effect later when we go into the talents, but when your auto attack like if it resets this, it'll not only just reset this, but once you hit that again, it'll reduce the cooldown of Bestial Wrath. So there's a flow-on effect of this. This is really good. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for the spells. Now I'll just quickly show you where to get the Play Dead from. So if you come in here, for those that don't know, if you already know this, you would have skipped by now. But those that don't know, you come into your Hunter's Hall. How cool is this, by the way, guys? This is freaking awesome. I love this. I really do. Look at all these hunters. Look at us all here. Really cool. Anyway, coming over here. Not that. We don't want to go to that. We want to go to this guy right here. Right here. Click on him, and you'll see the spells just here. Fetch, Play Dead, and Hunter's Call. Fetch, it will actually, if you kill mobs, you can use that to make your pet go get the loot, which is pretty cool. But that's where I got them from. Alright, so I think that'll conclude our spell rundown. Here we are at the talent section. This is going to include both our Titan Strike and our talents, both PvP and normal. Alright, so let's start with the normal talents. Okay, so we've got top 3. Big Game Hunter, Way of the Cobra, and Dire Stable. Alright, so Big Game Hunter, yes, it increases our critical strike on targets above 80%, but that really isn't as good as it sounds. Especially, for example, if we do one hit and it crits and hits them below 80%, that becomes useless then. I know it's really up to you guys, but I don't take this because while waiting for them to drop or get back over, it doesn't really become very effective. So Way of the Cobra, I use this because Cobra Shot deals 8% increased damage for every pet or guardian you have active. Now this is good because you've got both your, sorry if you can hear those dogs barking in the background, annoying me. Alright, so you've got 1 pet, you've got 2 pet. When you prop your Dire Beast, you have 3 pets. But if this procs and you get the cooldown reset, you drop it again, you've got 4 pets. You know what I mean? So you've got like 32% increase. You can have up to 30% increase. Now, if you also have, this will stack with this as well. I'll show you that in a sec. So this can actually do a ton of damage. Okay? Ton of damage. And Dire Stable, it generates 12 additional focus. So you have 24 focus over its duration, which I think isn't as good as this. So I take away the Cobra just for the pure damage output. And if you can maintain your focus, you manage it well, this would be the way to go. Now the next one, Chimaera Shot, Dire Frenzy, and Stomp. This one I take. Stomp is absolutely wicked because as soon as you drop Dire Beast, lands on their head and it can just crit out so high. Like I've been dropping these in like battlegrounds and stuff, and they're doing like 200k as they land and then just damage over time. It is absolutely wicked. Now Chimaera Shot, yeah, it gives you good focus return, but I mean, it's got a pretty big cooldown just for 1 hit. Not really worth it in my opinion. Causes your pet to enter a frenzy. That takes away Dire Beast, and you sort of lose your little roll-on effect if you chose that. So it's up to you, but I choose Stomp. It's just the damage it puts out is just unbelievable. The next one, Dash, Fast Rider, and Post Haste. Post Haste is the one I take because when you disengage, you get that movement speed buff, and it's really, really handy. Okay, where are we now? Level 60. One with the pack, Bestial Fury, and Blink Strikes. Blink Strikes I've never used because it's just stupid. It just teleports your pet, and I don't like it. But it also basic attacks still 50% increased damage, and yeah, I don't like that. One with the pack, grants Wild Call, 15% increased chance to reset the cooldown. Yeah, I don't think that's really necessary when, especially PvP purposes. Bestial Fury is just way too good because it increases the damage bonus of Bestial Wrath by 15%, and that is huge. That is really huge. What is it at now? 35%. You know, that's really, really good. Especially if you pop everything at once and you've got everything rolling, you can just do a crap ton of damage. Okay, now this one here is situational. Okay, Binding Shot, that's your AoE stun. That's great for, like, you know, melee comps. Wyvern Sting, you know, if you want to sleep the casters, because we don't have traps anymore. So if you say you're going up against, you know, a Warlock and another DPS, you want to sleep the Warlock and go for the off target. You get the idea. So that's basically your sleep and ranged CC. And this one here stuns the target, but your pet does it. So you can command your pet to stun the target. That could be, you know, good for your single target lockdowns. This is great for your multiple. So I like to go Binding Shot at the moment, but I may switch between the two. Now this one, level 90. Okay, Volley I don't really use because every time you hit something, it just drops a bunch of arrows down at the target location. Not really helpful in my opinion. These two are the way to go. So the Murder of Crows, if you want to stack that with your burst rotation, so you put your you know, your Aspect of the Wild, Bestial Wrath, and then pop Murder of Crows, you can really do a lot of rot damage. Because look at that, it says 687 roughly, because it's obviously going to drop in PvP, to one single target, which you can really just burn people down. But then you've got Barrage, and it has a 20-second cooldown, whereas this has a minute cooldown. So you can use 3 of these in the time it takes to just do one of those. It is totally up to you. I do Barrage because of, you know, you can use it more often. But I'd say test them both out and see what you think is the best. And the last one here. Stampede has been rejiggered again because last in Warlords, you couldn't really... It was pretty much useless in everything but PvE and duels. But now, it actually does a lot of damage. So you can actually do... You can, you know, combine this with your Bestial Wrath and everything. But keep in mind, Stampede no longer calls pets out to the target. It actually just does a sort of like a line damage in front of you, and they just keep running in that line. So they move out of that way, they've become useless. So just remember that. But it's awesome fun in BGs. Oh my god, it's fun. Killer Cobra. This is okay. What it basically does, every time you use Cobra Shot, it just resets kill command. So you go Cobra Shot, kill command, Cobra Shot, kill command. It's okay. You can probably get a few off within the time, but I go with Aspect of the Beast because I like to go Ferocity now. Cunning is good for the Sacrificial Pact, wherever it is, Sacrificial, Roar of Sacrifice, sorry. And so that way you can't get crit on. But I use this because it puts a crazy bleed on the target, which is awesome. But if you use this and you're going with Cunning, it'll reduce their movement speed, so it keeps them constantly slowed, which is also a good. Alright, so, but yeah, play around with this, guys. Don't say this is the way I have to play. Play with them, really test them out, because that's what I've been doing, and that's why I haven't released anything yet, because I've actually just been working around with talents that, you know, I think work well. Now, let's go into the honor talents. I'm only level 17 at the moment, so I haven't unlocked everything, because I haven't really been PvPing as much as I want to. I'm thinking, for the first row, I'm going to stick with Gladiator's Medallion. Adaption's okay. It brings your honorable medallion down to 60 seconds, which you have no control over. But here's the thing. Okay, you're thinking, oh, 5-second kidney, yeah, we can get out of that. But what about a 7-second sap? They sap you, you trinket it, you're ruined. You know what I mean? Or if they're going to go into a kidney and you trinket out of it, they'll blind, you know, I'm talking about rogues here, you know, but you get the idea. Not very helpful. And this one here, just the duration of crowd control is reduced. Yeah, I'm going to stick with Gladiator's Medallion. Let me know what you guys think. What have we got here? Quick shots, initiation, and focus fire. I think I might maybe... see this here, if you get damaged, right? If you get attacked, it basically disappears. And most of the time, they'll try and take out the hunter. Not really that useful. If you're constantly getting attacked, that's not very useful. Useful for PvE. Oh, not PvE. For battlegrounds. Because if you're out of the way, not getting attacked, you can do some really big damage. I would probably go with maybe quick shot for an extra haste, so it can reduce the global cooldown and, you know, give you a little bit more speed. But this one here, while they're above 80%, you can really just chomp the face off and go nuts. It's going to be between these two. Okay, so the next one. Magical damage. This is really situational now. Depends who you're up against. If you're up against casters like Shadow Priest and Warlock, you would do this. This is for your melees, so you'll be able to sort of dodge more of their attacks. And Feign Death. Let's say you're up against an Afflock, right? You drop Feign Death. Now Feign Death's only like 30 seconds, right? You can remove everything from them and reduces your damage. Reduces the damage taken by 99%. So that's actually not too bad, but it is situational. Okay, so just remember that. Viper Sting. What was it? This is an interesting one. You will hit a target, right? And it reduces the healing done for 12 seconds. Okay. Now, Viper Sting is removed if they cast a spell. So you can put that on the target. So put that on the healer and then keep going on your way. So until they cast a spell, it won't be removed. It's an interesting spell, that. What have we got? Scorpion Sting. Your Cobra Shot stings the target, reducing their physical critical strike chance, which is not too bad, especially against warriors. And what have we got? Spider Sting. Stings the target with potent spider venom for 5 seconds, causing the next offensive spell cast to silence them. That's okay against like Shadow Priests and things like that. But, you know, if you're going up with melees, you wouldn't use that. So you'll be constantly having a look at these and switching them out when you can. Unless you prestige and go back and, yeah, you get the idea. Alright, what's this? Reduces the cooldown of Bestial Wrath by 15 seconds. And you become immune to all fear and horror effects with Bestial Wrath active, which is really cool against, say, Warlocks and Priests and stuff, if you're in the middle of a burst. Okay? Without you assisting 5 seconds, it becomes enraged, increasing its damage by 50%. Attacking your pet's target, attacking your pet's target calms it down, removing the enrage effect. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll go with that. You guys can let me know this one actually. Wild Protector, your pet protects allies within 8 yards, reducing damage taken by 50%. That's pretty cool. That's more of a utility thing. But they've got to be within 8 yards of your pet. I don't know. It'd be really sort of pet management, that thing is. So I may probably go with this one. I might stick with this one. And the last one, go for the throat. When you kill command a target at 30% health or lower, the cooldown is reset. This is really solid. This is something that will really help get those kills. What have we got here? Dire Beast. Hawk summons a hawk to circle the target area, attacking all targets within. So this is your AoE. Good for battlegrounds, possibly good for arenas. I'm not quite sure yet. Summons a slow-moving basilisk near the target for 30 seconds that attacks the target with heavy damage. Now, the fact that it's slow-moving means that it can probably be kited quite easy. So I'll probably stick with this for those, you know, solid kills. Alright, and now let's move on to our Titan Strike. Okay, so we obviously start with Hattie's Bond. Speaking of Hattie's, guys, I was going to put in a how to get double pets, so you can actually change the look of Hattie. I was going to put it on this guide or actually make an episode of its own. I don't know. We'll see what happened in post-editing. Beastmaster, so here we go again. Your Dire Beasts now do 12% extra damage, which is awesome. Coming down here, increase damage dealt by your Cobra Shot. So that stacks with the other one we just looked at in talents. here. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Dungeon pop, and I'm trying to go for another piece of gear once you defeat 8 bosses. I'll get to that in the gear section of this guide. Alright, so I was saying, if we bring this back up, get rid of that and get rid of that. So the Cobra Shot increases damage by 10%, right? So just here. It goes with this one here. So it's already doing 10% extra damage. Then the more pets you have out, you can see where I'm going with that. So yeah, that's why I went this one instead of just going around here, because I'm going for this one here, Master of Beasts. So that way Hattie can benefit from Bestial Wrath and Beast Cleave as well. And deals damage from Kill Command. So that's why I'm heading for this one first. So I went for that. Then I went up here. Kill Command also heals you for 50% of the damage it deals, which I've found been really handy. Didn't know what I was saying there for a second. Okay, here increases damage from multi-shot by 20%, which is great for questing as well, because as you guys know, when you use multi-shot, you get Bestial Cleave, and yeah. And plus, I wanted to go up this way. Okay, this one's awesome. So when you use Aspect of the Turtle, you also get healed for 30% of your maximum health over its duration, and that's very handy for PvP situations, especially in like RBGs and arenas. Then we've got this one. Kill Command has a 20% chance to do 50% additional damage as nature damage, which, hey, more damage, more fun. Alright, and as you can see, I need a crap ton of artifact power to get to this one. That sucks, because I'm going for this, and which I've already mentioned, so Hattie can benefit from everything. And then obviously we'll head on up here, go down here, and go around and finish off the whole thing. But yeah, so that's where I'm heading with these talents and that. So other than that, guys, I think that concludes this part of the guide. So I think we'll move on. Alright, so here we are at the gear and stats part of our guide. Now, the gear's changed. The way PvP is and has changed in Legion. And so how do we get gear? I have a lot of people asking me, where are the PvP vendors and stuff? So the PvP vendors are no longer. Alright, so how do we get gear, you say? Well, gear is now dropped randomly from any PvP situation. So, battlegrounds, arenas, and so on. And it has a random chance of getting, it's just random. So you don't really get to choose anymore, which kind of sucks, but, it is what it is. So how does this all work? How do the stats work? What should we do? What should I stack? Well, okay. Simply stack. You want Mastery, Avoidance. I don't know where I got that from. I don't know, somewhere, probably this. I don't know. Okay, so we want to stack Mastery. Alright, because as BM, we want our pets to do massive damage along with crit. Okay, now critical strike, as we know, when our auto shots deal damage, the more time they crit, has a 20% chance to reset Dire Beast, which then Dire Beast drops down. Then we go from there into Kill Command, and then as the more times we do Dire Beast, it will reset the Bestial Wrath, so you can see where that all links in. Alright, then haste after that, and obviously versatility as well. So mastery being our first, and then crit second. But where do we get gear from? So how they've worked it now is in PvP, once you get to level 800, okay, that's where your stats will start to change. Every time you go up one level, like one item level, it goes up, I think, about 0.1% all the way up. And that's, so the higher your gear, the more stat increase you'll have. Whereas in Warlords, basically you would just, the first person to gear up, you would be way better than someone that's not geared, and you'd be able to just wreck face. They want to try and sort of even the playing field, but still make you feel more powerful as you go. So but here's the thing, when you do arenas, the gear that will drop will be based on your arena level, so arena rating. So therefore you'll be able to feel better, you feel more powerful because you have better rating and better skill and better gear. Things may have changed, but that's my understanding as it is now. And as you can see, I'm only level 105. The why they wanted to do this is because PvPers that love PvP, that choose to go into a raid, would have to then go back and re-gear. They want it to be able to be able to go from one playstyle to another playstyle and transition easier. So the gear level that drops will be equivalent to, say, a normal dungeon, then heroics, then mythics, and so on and so forth. So that way you can go from, say, arena, going crazy in arenas, then transitioning over to raids. I can see where they're going with it, and I think that's a pretty cool way of, changing it up a bit, and also allowing us PvPers to try something different without having to go through a crazy gear grind. So, as for other bits and pieces, how do you get to this sort of high level without, if you don't have any gear? So come into your class hall. By the way, I still think this is awesome. And you will see this guy here. He sells gear. Now the first one gets unlocked when you... I'm trying to remember how this one gets unlocked. I think when you hit level 110, you get a piece. I could be wrong. You guys correct me. This one here unlocked with... I think it was when I did the reputation. I think I had to be friendly with 2 factions. I can't remember. I don't think so, because I'm still not friendly with these guys. Or friendly with 1. I don't know. Like I said, let me know down below. That dungeon I did earlier, I was doing it for this one here. I need to kill 8 bosses. There have to be the 8 different bosses on any level, on any difficulty. I have 1 left to go. So I had to stop recording and go and do that so I can get this piece. And that way it'll pick me up from 803 to 820. And then you come back to this guy and go here and then grab these and level it up. Alright, so there for other places to get gear. So if we go to Sauramar and do the quests and pick up all these chests. Now this is an add-on I have. It allows you to see where all the chests are. You can pick up chests, get a bit of gear to upgrade any low pieces that you have, and obviously the auction house and so forth. But the way things have worked in Legion are actually pretty cool, and I'm actually liking all the changes that they're doing. And who knows, I may even get into PvE, maybe. But that's pretty much it for stats and gear and whatnot. So get out there, PvP your butt off, and get yourself some cool threads. All right, now, let's move on. So here we are at the rotation and sort of how do we use our skills now that we've got them. Well, the way that I like to play, once again, it is very situational, but let's say we're going to melt some face. You want to try and keep your pets. Now you've got 2 pets. Your pets have to try and stay on the target as much as you can so you can get, kill command and all the other things off. So what I normally do is you will pop your burst macro, or basically it's just your Bestial Wrath with Aspect of the Wild, right? So you drop that, you do your Dire Beast, your Kill Command, your Barrage, okay? Then go in and start spamming Cobra Strike, and it's basically Cobra Strike, Dire Beast, Cobra Strike, Kill Command, whatever's up pretty much. That's pretty much how the Beastmaster is played. But remember, the more pets you have down, which is, your Dire Beast and your 2 pets out there, the more damage your Cobra Shot will do. Okay, so keep that in mind. And obviously, try and... you want to maintain your focus. Okay, don't try and lose too much. And if you get my idea, you get the idea. All right, so pretty much, to summarize, let's just get these guys back. To summarize, it's... no, come back. Stop it. So to summarize, it's... drop, pop your burst macro, beast rifle, whatever. Dire Beast, Kill Command. The reason why you want to do Dire Beast first is because you get your extra pet out there. So when you start dropping Cobra shots, you have 3 pets out. And if you do get that proc where you get another Dire Beast out, you have 4 pets out. So it's extra damage you're doing. Now, other things to look for is the way you manage your pets. You want to make sure they are always on the kill target, because there is, like, if you're taking these guys on, right, and then you change to this guy, and you want to start fighting this guy here. If you don't manage your pets and you do kill command, watch. It doesn't do kill command on the target you're on. It's on the one that they were before. So we'll get into macros. I'll be on the macro guide after this one, I think. And you want to make sure that you have it so your pets will attack the target that you're on. So if I'm over here and I attack this target, they quickly change and do some serious damage. That's pretty much it. It's pretty It's pretty, I would say, a simple spec to play, but just if you play it right, you can then do some serious damage. Yeah, but let me know down in the comments, guys, if I've missed something, or if you have a better way to do it. Let me know. But other than that, I think we shall move on. So now we are on to the macro side of things. Now the macros, I don't really have too many, and I've actually not really set anything up, but the main ones that I want to focus on, right, are your kicks. Okay, so stop casting will only really affect Barrage, but it's a good way to have it so you can target your focus and counter shot, which is great for kicking, you know, polys and things like that. The heal, now that we use Xhilaration, I have a health stone with it, more for BGs really, depend who you run with. And my attack, so I want to make one for all of these, like kill command and stuff. So pet attack and cast your ability. So actually, let's go ahead real quick, and I'll show you how to quickly do it. So if we do that, and let's go to a new one, or maybe I've got tons. I don't need this one anymore. So let's just get rid of that. So / pet attack, and then you go to your spell book, and where are we? Let's go back here, and we'll go kill command. Right, so you just hold shift and click it, and it'll just quickly put it in. Go save, and then we'll go down here. So watch this. Right, so let's send them in on this target here. I've changed targets. Now you saw before, when I was showing in the rotations, that when I did kill command, it went to this. So if I do kill command now, changes the target. Okay, it's great to have, so that way you don't waste a kill command on your off target when you are trying to focus on the main target. Yeah, well, that made sense in my head before I said it. Other ones. Where are we? Macros. Feign death. Now, like I said earlier, when you feign death, everyone does it together. But watch what happens when I get up and I attack. Even if I've got, so you can do, I'm doing kill command, they're not moving because they stay dead. So you have to make sure when you do this macro, you press it twice and then they come running out. Okay? Be careful with that one. That'll catch you out. Alright. This one, my Spirit Beast. You can copy this one if you like. It's basically just so I can, if I use a Spirit Beast in game, whoops, what's going on here? No, stop it. Cancel. Alright. So that way I can press the macro and he'll heal me. Just for a little bit of extra survivability. And I've also got it for my off target. So as you can see there, cast, target player help, Spirit Mend. Okay. And use a health stone as well. It's up to you if you want to put that one in. What else do I have? This one's just a generic burst macro. I've been mucking around with this one. So, you know, basically if you want to put your Bestial Wrath with your Aspect of the Wild, and yeah, just go nuts, you can use that. See, another thing too, Trinkets. These Trinkets, right, increase maximum health. They don't work in PvP anymore, which sucks. So I don't even know why. I got this from PvP, and yet I can't even use it in PvP. Well, go figure. There's not much else. I don't think I have. Now that I have traps, these become obsolete. Not really. Another thing, actually. You could always go focus arena 1. I think it's no space. Anyway, so what that'll do, before a match, because this is my main attack, before a match, I like to set which focus I'm going to go. So, like, you know, let's say the healer is my off target, so I can kick the heals and stuff. I'll set, and they're set to the top of their, you know, how you have 3 members on the enemy party. That'll be the one I set, so I'll go arena 1, press save. So that way, let's say it's a druid, right? And they've snuck off to get into stealth, right? As you're attacking, you'll always... So, if they go into stealth, your focus will reset. And that way, instead of having to click on them and set focus again, you just keep on spamming your shots and it'll always set on focus. It's just a little, you know, one way to keep a focus always on check. Or if it's, say, you know, maybe a rogue or anyone that can go into stealth, just a great way to have it. Okay, so... there's not much else in the way of macros. Everything else will probably just be a novelty. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. Well, that concludes the BM Hunter Legion guide. If you have any questions, guys, hit me up down below. I'll always answer anything you have to ask. Well, I'll make sure I do. Don't forget to hit up my social media links down below in the description. I really want you guys to, follow me as much as you can. That way you don't miss out on anything that's going on, and I can always keep up to you. And I just love talking to you guys. Yeah, don't forget, hopefully I'll have had the Hattie's transformation guide, whatever it is, how to make, Hattie turn into the pet that you have out. I will endeavor to get that out as soon as I get this up. Yeah, other than that, I don't think I have anything else to say other than get out there, guys. Embrace the new way of the hunter. Kill everything and make me proud. And until the next time I catch up with you guys, as always, you keep on sniping, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.